Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to another video. Now this is a response to Rob Walker, who did a video showing his top 30 singles that he has in his collection from 1983. Now Rob did this for 80 and 81 and 82. No, I think he just did 81 and 82 a couple of years ago, and I responded to those videos as well, and I'm going to do the same format. I'm going to pick 30 singles, but I'm not picking any that Rob chose, nor am I picking any of the artists that Rob chose, which is a bit of a shame because some of my top 30 singles would be from those artists. So I can't pick David Bowie, I can't pick New Order's Blue Monday, which would definitely be in. I can't pick the Style Council, although I would have picked A Solid Bond in Your Heart. And I can't pick Echo and the Bunnymen, and again I would have picked The Cutter rather than Never Stop. And there's a few others. So this is 30 singles. They're not really in any order. I've tried to put them in some sort of order. I will say that the top 9 or 10 are definites, even though some of the ones that Rob showed would have been in that top 10. Okay, we'll start off at number 30, and this is a 12-inch single I'm going to show here, and it's Lionel Richie's All Night Long from around the summer of '83, which was a blistering hot summer. Great song, really good, feel-good song. I still love it whenever I hear it to this day, so it gets number 30. At number 29, I'm going to give to The Fiction Factory, Feels Like Heaven. This has got a real 80s voice to it. The lead vocalist sounds definitely from the 80s, where it's all deep and so forth. I love it. It's a really, really good song. I don't know any other songs of theirs. I don't even know if they had an album. But Feels Like Heaven was a hit. I think it was more near the end of '83. Not 100% sure. At number 28, and it's the second single from the Stranglers' Feline album, and this is Midnight Summer Dream. Now this is completely different to the LP version. It's a complete remix and it's much better. It's got Hugh Cornwell on lead and it's the best single from that album. At number 27, and we have OMD, and it's Telegraph, and this didn't do too well. The Dazzle Ships album didn't do too well, although it did get top 10. But this is probably the most OMD-esque of all the songs from that album, but it still failed to make the top 30. I don't even know if it scraped the top 40, but it's a live favourite. I love it. At number 26, and another 12-inch single, and a bit of hard rock with ZZ Top, Give Me All Your Lovin'. Yeah, really good. Their album Eliminator is really good as well, with Legs and Sharp Dressed Man and Got Me Under Pressure. Excellent song, great videos. At number 25, and I do love this, and it's Bugs Fizz, and it's Rules of the Game, and this failed miserably. I think it's got to like number 50 something, and was released to coincide with their Greatest Hits album at the end of '83. I think this is a fantastic single. It's different, absolutely different to what they were doing, and quite adventurous, but it did nothing. 24, and Blancmange and Waves. Now this is from their Happy Families album, but it was released in '83. I was nearly tempted to pick Blind Vision, but I actually do prefer this song. I think it's one of the best songs they ever did. It's a slower type number. It was a follow up to '82 hit Living on a Ceiling, which is very good. So Blancmange gets my number 24. At 23, and we have Bow Wow Wow and Do You Want to Hold Me from the Whenever the Going Gets Tough, the Tough Get Going album. Really good A-side and a cracking B-side as well with What's the Time, Hey Buddy. Fantastic song produced by Mike Chapman. At number 22, and we have an instrumental which I loved at the time and I still love it, and it's Garden Party by Mezzo Forte. I was watching, is it the TKR Video Central? TC, he did one of his daily obscurias, but somebody else did this, not Mezzo Forte in America, but it was a big hit here, well, top 20 anyway, and I think it's used as a radio jingle in Northern Ireland at the moment. I'm not sure, but I love it, absolutely love it, great track. And at number 21, and it's a single I didn't know at the time, and it's only recently I heard this, and it's Toya the Vow. Absolutely beautiful song. This was the follow-up to Rebel Run, and it's a far better song, but it only managed to get to number 50 in the charts, but it's a fantastic song. At number 20, and the very moody This Mortal Coil with Song to the Siren. Yeah, I loved this at the time. I still love it now. I didn't realise that it was an old song, and that people, is it Tim Buckley or Jeff Buckley or one of the Buckleys, actually recorded this. Brian Ferry has since done it, but to me this is the only version I like. It's absolutely brilliant, and I believe it's the girl out of the Cocteau Twins that sings in this. I think this actually is the Cocteau Twins. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a fantastic single. At number 19, we have Tracy Ullman. I could have picked any of the three, Breakaway, Move Over Darling, but I'm picking They Don't Know, the Kirsty MacColl song, which I'm a huge Kirsty MacColl fan, but I do prefer Tracy Ullman's version. Brilliant. And you get Paul McCartney in the video and driving the car at the end. Fantastic song. 19, and we have Malcolm McLaren's Double Dutch. Great fun, great video to watch, the girls skipping, just great fun, love it. And the album Duck Rock is fantastic, as is the follow-up album. Now you may laugh, but I really do like this. It was #1 hit in the summer of '83, and at my number 17 is Paul Young's Wherever I Lay My Hat, That's My Home, which was an old Marvin Gaye B-side. Absolutely stunning, and I do love the dated bass on this. It's just an absolutely brilliant song. In fact, the follow-up to this, Come Back and Stay, is every bit as good. So Paul Young gets my number 17. At number 16, and we have Yazoo, Nobody's Diary. This one was written by Alison Moyet, and it's from their You and I album, is that what you call it? Their second album anyway, and it's fantastic. And this should have been #1, but I think it only managed number 3 or something like that there, but still did very well. At number 15, one of the old hats, and with Elton John. I guess that's why they call it the blues. One of his best 80s songs. Is just magnificent, and the video for this is great as well. And this really took him back in the jumpers, although he did have success in '82 with Blue Eyes, but this is 100 times better. At number 14, and we have the Eurythmics, Sweet Dreams, and this is fantastic as well. This came out around March or so of '83. It's quite early on in the year, but magnificent track, and I couldn't believe Annie Lennox looked like that at the time, because I knew her from The Tourist with a slightly longer blonde hair, and she came out with the skinhead and it was orange. It just looked weird, but a fantastic single with great backing vocals. At number 13, and another of the old bands, and this is the Kinks, and it's not Come Dancing, it's the follow-up, Don't Forget to Dance. It's probably one of the best songs that Ray Davies wrote in the 1980s. This is magnificent. It's a pity the album's not as good as the actual 2 singles that come from it, but this is the slow one, and this should have been a massive hit. It did make the top 75, but only just. At number 12, and fun, Kool and the Gang, Straight Ahead, love them, and it's my favourite Kool and the Gang single from 1983. And at number 11, another one that takes me back to the days of going out and drinking and going to the clubs, and it's Irene Cara, Flashdance, and I absolutely love this track as well. I really like the soundtrack to that. It just takes me back to that hot summer. So Irene Cara gets number 11. And at number 10, and this is one which I always loved, and it's the Rocksteady Crew, Hey You, the Rocksteady Crew. And this did actually quite well, and I always fancied the girl that sung it, and she always wore this sort of orange top, real New York sort of almost break dancing, but it's really good, really catchy. And I guess my number 10. At number 9, and we have Grace Jones, My Jamaican Guy, love it. This reminds me actually of a place called Cashlandoo in Port Stewart, which was a very small disco. It was actually a restaurant, but upstairs they had a little dance hall, and it was more or less made to look rather tropical, and this always played, and it suited the small venue so much. I think it's brilliant, and it gets my number 9. Number 8, and I've harped on about this a lot, I'll just say it, Say, Paul McCartney, Michael Jackson, brilliant song, brilliantly produced, brilliant video, gets my number 8. And at number 7, and I go on about this a lot, that's the Rolling Stones, Under Cover of the Night, their best song of the 80s, and an absolutely fantastic video. The bass on this, the drums on this, and the shrieking guitar, magnificent. And at number 6, and I'll show another 12-inch, and it's a promo, and it's Lindsey Buckingham and Holiday Road from the National Lampoon's Vacation. This took me ages to get this. I got this in 1993 after searching for it for about 4 or 5 years, and I didn't know internet in those days, and you always looked at the classifieds at the back of the music magazines, and it was never there until one time it was, and I remember it cost £11. £11 in 1993, and I just had enough money and I managed to get it. Brilliant track. I couldn't get I actually tried to get the soundtrack, but it wasn't available over in the UK, or over here in the UK. But yeah, fantastic song. It's only 2 minutes and 11 long, and you get the same song on the B-side. Right, top 5. My number 5, and this is Pure Summer '83, and it reminds me of it so much. And it's Agnieszka Falskog and Wrap Your Arms Around Me. Love it. Written by Mike Chapman. Absolutely love it, from her album Wrap Your Arms Around Me. The first single was The Heat Is On, which is also very good, but this is just a cut above the rest, and it's the best solo song she's ever done. And number 4, and it's Adamant, and it's Puss in Boots. I absolutely love this. Love it, love the video, always have loved it. And it was around this time that made me say, look, I love Adam Nelson, I don't give a toss who thinks it's weird or ridiculous or whatever. I think they're brilliant and love this song. And number 3, and we have Mike Oldfield's Moonlight Shadow. Brilliant song, acoustic-y, and then you get the gorgeous guitar solo at the end, and Maggie Riley's voice is absolutely stunning. So I guess my number 3. And at number 2, and I've shown this so many times as well, and it's a local band, and it's Perfect Crime, and the song is Brave. And yes, I think this is fantastic. It should have been a hit. Okay, they did actually manage to promote it on a couple of TV shows. I think one was Tiswas, but they used to play our local nightclub quite a bit. I saw them a few times. But this is such a really, really good song. They only ever released 2 singles. This and I Feel Like an Eskimo the next year. Is brilliant as well, but not as good as this. This is fantastic. And my favourite single of 1983, and thank goodness for Rob's son, otherwise I wouldn't be able to show it. And it's The Smiths, This Charming Man. The intro to this just knocked the socks off me, and the whole song, I couldn't believe it. I just, as soon as I heard it the next day, I went down and bought a copy in Woolworths as well. I remember getting it there. So absolutely fantastic single from '83. Okay, so that's my alternative top 30. I'll put a link to Rob's video below, and I just tried to stay away from the artists he picked. It's a pity, because I would love New Order was definitely top 5, and David Bowie would be top 5 as well, but I couldn't do it. Okay, that's me for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video quite soon. All the best now. Bye bye.